Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the plot. Oh, my new husband.
Nah.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to Yo Asha TV. I'm Asha LaRue, and Aaron Pierre leads a commanding performance in the hottest new action thriller, Rebel Ridge, which just released on Netflix. Terry Richmond is a former Marine who bikes into the small town of Shelby Springs to post bail for his cousin Mike Simmons and buy a truck for their fresh start. However, his plans take a wrong turn when two police officers, Evan Marston and Steve Land, ram him and seize his $3,600,000 despite the money actually being legitimate.
And this was cash?
Terry, under the time crunch, seeks help from courthouse clerk Summer McBride, played by Anna Sophia Robb, who has recently been digging into her crime dramas lately. She assures Terry that she can assist him in bail forms if he can raise the required $10,000 before Mike's Thursday transfer to state prison. Where they're in prison, he will be in more danger for informing on a gangster in an upcoming trial. But when Terry attempts to report the cash stolen, he faces corruption and racial mistreatment at the hands of Land and the police chief, Sandy Byrne.
May I at least see my cousin?
You can fuck right off.
I would love to, sir, just as soon as I get my money back.
You do not stand in my station in front of my officers and set terms.
He calmly proposes the deal that the crooked cops can't ignore, that he just wants enough to post his cousin's bail and he will sign the rest over and they can keep it. But they already had the money, so I don't know why they would want to then make a deal with him to get the money when they already took the money, to be honest. Like, why would you even make that type of deal, baby? No, come on. So, as I anticipated, on Monday, Terry learns that the bus transferring Mike has already left early. He races to catch up to Mike, then races the bus.
I'm so fucking tired.
After repeated failed attempts to negotiate again with said crooked racist cops, they hilariously find out that my boy really is him.
What are we looking at?
I think he's Marine Corps Martial Arts MCMAP. One mind, any weapon.
Okay, like he really is the big one, Himothy himself, not the little one.
Let's not do that.
Terry uses his special set of skills to subdue Land and Byrne, forcing Officer Sims to get him what he's owed and help him escape. Terry escapes and meets up with Summer to post the bail just in time. Just as he sends it off, the cops surround him and arrest him. Terry surrenders willingly and quietly, but the cops use excessive force, taking him and slamming him into the floor, knocking him unconscious. They take him to some underground jail cell called the Catacombs, and it's just literally the creepiest place where you know not good things happen there. They patch him up with a doctor who questions nothing, then take Terry on a ride where he learns Mike was unfortunately unalived in prison and the chief was behind it, as well as his right-handed man. And you know they got their hand in something bigger. They just keep fucking with him. So now the crooked cops put a new deal on the table, a new truck like the one he was trying to buy in the first place, and tell him that if he takes the truck and leaves and never comes back, everything will be square. Because my boy knows too much now. And Terry, defeated in his mission to save his cousin, just takes the deal. Now, I know this was a trap, but this is where the movie takes a bit of a turn because Summer decides to help out through her help. Really didn't do much because the boy still ended up dead. She has to be punished. According to the racist handbook law, they decide that they're going to drug her, leading her to calling Terry, saying that she's in trouble.
Terry, I'm in trouble.
Please call for help. Making him turn around as he's escaping the town to get her to the hospital in time before she ODs, but ends up breaking the deal by not leaving town, and now they got to kill him. Now Summer is at the risk of losing the custody of her daughter because she used to be a junkie and this was like her one and only chance, I guess. And this leads Terry to then join forces with her to uncover the deeper conspiracy involving the local police corruption and the wrongful detention of Black kids as a cover-up. As Terry and Summer investigate, they find themselves embroiled in more dangers heading into battle with the cops than they expected. Him having extensive military training training to where he became a trainer of said super soldiers, and here she is with all her clerical work experience from behind the desk. They hastily come up with a plan. They break into the clerk's office to get the files that have the paper trail of the scam ring the cops have going on. And while on said espionage mission, Summer, with her no skill set having self, decides herself to go off on her own.
We got him.
No, start the car. I can't. I gotta get something back.
And of course, gets caught. The cops take her hostage and drug her up again, causing Terry to go full non-lethal Rambo on the cops and rescue her. The cat's out the bag now, and the whole operation seems to be blown up, with Terry pulling off another non-lethal tactical maneuver, gaining the upper hand, and as Officer Sims, again, another moment to help him escape. Here's where I thought she, being the only other black character in the movie, was going to have like a heart-to-heart. But no, she low-key, high-key and up. So she pulls a gun on him and decides that she wants to go hand him over to the crooked cops. And you know that they are racist and criminals. And I'm like, fuck you, Jessica. Then, surprise, surprise, the white cop who was really started this whole thing, who was harassing Terry in the beginning, turns out to be super secret double agent who has been helping Summer and Terry from the shadows. And they originally thought it was this big bad bitch over here. And I can't stress this enough. Fuck Officer Jessica Sims.
Cause I'm about to beat a bitch up.
Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns and reviews. Alright, the white savior cop reveals himself be secretly trying to take the sea chief down all along, and immediately gets shot, serving no other purpose than to tell Terry that he needs to get the dash cam as evidence of the crimes just recorded. So we barrel roll and smoke bomb to go grab the dash cam and Summer and the good bad cop that now we have to race to the hospital to save Summer, who has been slowly and ODing the entire time. Now, in a high-speed chase, they shot out Terry's tires, so it seems like it's over for our boy when the chief, arrogantly thinking he is one, decides to let his fleet take out Terry by flipping the car. And then Officer Op decides that she wants to do a flip-flop and try and redeem herself by surprisingly flipping the chief's vehicle instead. But having the other cops switch over, they decide to give Terry and the gang an escort to the hospital, and I guess the day is saved. Now, first and foremost, Aaron Pierre, obviously the highlight of the entire film. Besides how fine he is, he showcases impressive physical prowess even in the non-action moments, like biking at the speed of a freaking bus and climbing a bridge. And there was a moment where he caught a fish with his bare hands. Oh man, his hand-to-hand combat were fantastic, and it's clear that whenever he uses a weapon or a gadget is 99% non-lethal. I really like that detail throughout the movie, because whenever Terry was able to get his hands on a weapon, he completely disarms it and usually tosses it, which I thought really added depth to his character's backstory on non-violence and like a no-kill morale code that resembles that of a certain superhero we all know and love. Honestly, I'd like to argue that Pierre really submitted the best Batman audition with this film. I'm not even just talking about like Bruce Wayne, although I think he could pull it off, but hear me out. And taking the role of like a Jace Fox, you know, the only black Batman. This film gave me like serious like Jack Reacher vibes, you know, featuring corrupt town and police department with ex-military trained man stepping into the single-handedly save the day. Rebel Ridge has definitely cemented Aaron Pierre as an action star to watch out for. I did feel like his portrayal of Terry was very calm and collected, which kind of worked well for the character, especially when like reflecting in the circumstances faced by a black man dealing with police harassment, and given his size, he could have easily been intimidating and like hulkingly aggressive. Pierre really like brought out the vulnerability in Terry, and I really do appreciate that in his acting. Additionally, the villain shuffle in like the second act was really unnecessary, from like the two original cops at the beginning to just like one of the cops from the beginning and the police chief. Would have been like a good twist if it was revealed, but it was revealed too early and like stereotypically. Like the idea of a former racist cop teaming up with Terry and actually like undercover trying to take down the chief from the inside just felt super realistic, leading to the question of like, couldn't this operation have been exposed before Terry even got involved? It just felt like lost opportunity for the film to stay focused on like the deeper narrative here. Moreover, I did take issue in the abrupt change of motivation also for Terry's character, and the second act as well. Like, he really starts the film off focused on saving his cousin, only for the plot to shift dramatically towards just like rescuing Summer, which happened too quickly after their emotional turmoil over Mike's death. Like, the first 40 minutes setup was like compelling thriller, then it kind of shift focus to a saving white woman, like with little exploration of like the systematic injustice alongside personal stakes. Though I am really happy they didn't make this a love story between Summer and Terry, so kudos for that one. As for Jessica, fuck her. But no, like, seriously, I felt like she was a serious missed opportunity. Her role just felt like a really negative influence and poor representation of Black women that perpetuates this narrative of division between Black men and Black women, especially in support of like basic social injustice that we are constantly fighting against in media and on social media in the Black community today. And even with her like eventual redemption, that really just didn't erase her being like depicted as an obstacle for much of the film.
You're not that bitch or nothing, but you still ate that little one thing.
And I just didn't like that. Like, we got to stop with it being your own folk traders in these films type of roles. Like, I had the same issue with the character in Queen and Slim. So I had many other issues about that film. Yeah, so as of right now, Rebel Ridge is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with a high score of 95, noting an intelligent and gripping vehicle for Aaron Pierre's star-making performance. My rating for this film would definitely be like 8.5 out of 10, particularly for Aaron Pierre's impressive lead performance. While the first act was the strongest part of the film, it gets lost in this plot and characterization a little bit later on, and the open ending leaves us questioning whether or not the town even gets exposed, whether Terry even finds peace because my man needs it. Should there be a sequel? Honestly, I think like, while Pierre could definitely carry a series along the lines of like a Jack Reacher meets like Justified, there's really nothing that ties him to the story anymore. I think killing off his cousin so early and premature just left a lot of potential for exploration on the table. So what did you guys think about Rebel Ridge? And, you know, what about Aaron? Did you guys find it as captivating as I did? Were there elements that didn't sit well with you? I mean, like, let's discuss it below. Drop it in the comments. And until next time, keep your eyes on the swivel. Look up for them ops. You know what I'm saying? It could be your own. It'd be your own people, apparently. Jessica, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay updated on all my latest content. And I will check y'all out next time. All right?
Bleed out. He alright. Some of the bullets I saw bounce off of him. He be alright. Are you trying to outbike the bus?
Take the money, go get the truck, and get out of town. What? Y'all trying to lynch me. I ain't playing with you.